Yes, brother Zain. What is grit?
Yes. So grit is a combination of two factors. It's one passion, second is perseverance. Passion means something that you like,
Your
something
mic,
that.
you are very close to the mic. Maybe put it.
Oh, sorry.
It should be not. When you put a mic, it should be your chin height, not your lips height.
Okay. No. It's all right.
It's much better.
Okay. So grit is a combination of two qualities, two adjectives, passion and perseverance. Passion means something that you like, something that you are interested in or you want to do. Perseverance means being consistent on what you like or on your passion. Now, the reason why they study grit is, the main reason is they want to, it's a predictor of success. So for example, they completed this experiment in West Point Military Academy, or in the spelling bee competitions, or in the swimming, athletics. They try to make it more widely accepted and in different fields, so that it can be justified. So that its validity can be justified. So what they came across is that if you have two qualities, if you discover your passion and if you are consistent on your top level goal, there are three types of goal: top level, mid level, and then the low level. Top level is I want to be an engineer. Mid level and low level can vary. You can change your teacher, you can change the people around you, you can discuss, change your ideas, you can change your small activities, goals, but the ultimate focus should be your top level goal, which is your passion or where you want to get to. And now this trait of perseverance, it has nothing to do with IQ. It has nothing to do with all other indicators of success. So for example, if you got a good teacher, it doesn't mean that you will be successful. But if you have passion and perseverance both at the same time. So it's a research of more than 20 years. And she also referenced that there are so many students which come up to her and say that, okay, ma'am, I want to be grittier. So what she told them, that grit doesn't mean that you just like to do one thing and then change then the very next day. You need to find the goal, and then you just put everything that you have. You just throw yourself into the goal. This is called grit. Some people say, yes, I am very good at this field, but I also want to do the other one. This means that you are not grittier. So this is what I read. Now it's a research, it's a more of a like a psychological research. And one thing which I want to add is she tried to reference the success literature of previous people. So for example, there are so many people before her who had tried to research that what does predict your success. So dropout rate, for example, if somebody begins in his first year, they take out the grittier scale, and then they predict whether he will be successful, whether he will be passed out in the next 4 years or 5 years. And the one who is more consistent, one who is more correctly doing a correct effort, he is one to pass out the batch, whereas the next may drop out in the second or third year. So the success criteria is not your IQ or your intelligence level, emotional level, but it's on how you make yourself consistent over a long period of time. Thank you.
I really, really appreciate. I want to give a big clap. The way he presented, it was very nice. Is very clear, and the presentation itself was very nice. No pause and no so and if and or and all. That's a big success. Like I really put my hats off to your effort, what you did. Now the second question I want to ask Brother Zain is to why kids need it.
See, it's more about because there's a human potential in everybody, in every person. Now what format we follow is that whenever we fail or whenever we get to our knees, we see that we try to blame it on other factors that we are not able to achieve, because we are not intelligent, because we don't have funds, because we any other reason that can justify your failure. So grit actually lets you predict your success. So this means if you are more grittier, you can be more successful. Rather than you invest your efforts in other fields, you try to make yourself, increase your stamina, and then The very important which I came to know while reading the book is she told that the passion cannot be discovered just by reading a book, or it cannot be discovered by just performing one type of activity. So for example, I may not like CS, but if I do a CS small activity, very, very small activity, and I like it, but then again I got the opportunity after some time to do similar activity, and again there is something in me which says yes, this is what you like. So a format of so many activities actually build up your passion. So many people question, I don't know what's my passion is. The passion cannot be discovered through reading or through listening to a video from entrepreneur. It can only be discovered by testing and applying yourself in different fields, by doing a variety of things, and then you choose and then you pursue it, and after 3 to 4 years you may realize that it's your passion, or maybe it's not. So that's why I read the book, to discover what's my passion is, actually what I want from life. Thank you. I guess that's how I want to answer the question.
Excellent. So did you get some help to find out your passion, or still working on it?
Yes, so the first step I took is I tried to involve myself in activities like in my dad business, which I was not interested in previously. Now I try to push myself in marketing activities of his business, and this is just a start. So
Excellent.
it will take time, and we'll see what happens. No idea.
Excellent. The last and question before we open a forum to other people today, we want to know, can we foster grit in our children, and if we can, how? Foster
Is the
mean, can
question?
we create, can we just put a grit quality
Yes.
in like you said before, that you obviously you can't just read a book or things. What the foster mean? How can you just force
Promote, I
to,
guess you can
yeah,
promote it. Or
To be honest, when I came across, this is the last part on inculcating the culture of grit. So she said she honestly knows nothing about inculcating the grit, other than that, okay, the parents should try to improve. The best thing I like when I was reading the second last chapter was that it was totally related to your model of learning. So what, as you often mentioned in the seminars, meetings, that you are more of a like an experiential person. You want to do things rather than think or plan, right? This is what you often mention. Elias, is it right or not?
yeah, I agree. I'm coming to
Yes.
that. I mean, everybody will have listen, and I'm going to ask everybody to input there as well. So your point is that you need to go in experiential mode. That's what you want to say?
Yes. Yes. There is no
Okay.
there is no other way out except this. Yes. Second thing which you just did now is always trying to appreciate the student or the children who want to inculcate, whether they perform the mistakes or not. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you snub them because of their mistakes, then they consider mistakes or failures something that is not acceptable in the society. So they try to avoid mistakes. When they try to avoid mistakes, they try to avoid using their full potential. They just do what everybody is doing. So that's one tip from that book.
can I just share something about making mistakes? Because I'm a maths teacher and I actually read a lot of different periodicals, and there's been research about mistakes, and they say you actually learn better after you make mistakes, because then you not only know what's right, you also know what's wrong. So you have learned an extra thing, rather than if you never made the mistake in the first place. So it's actually a good process of learning through making mistakes and then learning the right thing.
Great.
Okay, Shamin, I just come to you. Thanks, brothers, Nasir. I really, really appreciate what you said. Not many people know that mistake actually a best teacher. If you remember, if you get somewhere by making a lot of mistake, that thing you will not forget it. This is your cognitive science behind it. Your brain works differently with a mistake. But you have, once you make a mistake, you got now two options. One is positive, one is negative. The positive, you say, look, okay, I know now this is wrong. So I have another chance to learn what's right. Another way, you say, okay, I'm going to take this as a challenge and I'm going to make it work. The other option, which is a negative approach, or which is the other side of the thing, you say, look, I'm never gonna do it. It's too hard. So you give up. So that's the problem with the mistake. If you learn from them, that's the best way to learn. But if you give up, then mistakes are sometimes becomes problem as well. So Shamin, I come to you. You're near mic now. I just want to ask you, what is your perception from learning from the grit? What is a grit? If you, whatever you get from Brother Zain. We are listening.
Um, from my understanding, I think that grit is like something that where you find your passion, which is what you're something that you're really interested in, and then you go for it, and then like you study it or you do it or whatever, and then it checks not like how well you did in it, but how like long you put up with it and stuff.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate. I'm getting an echo, a lot of it maybe. Can you close my door because we are sharing the same house, 3 computers. Okay, Shameen, thanks. One thing you said very right is a passion. That's what we have in our tagline as well, passion-driven, interactive, and the thing, experiential learning. Anyway, we get back to the... Shian,
I have a question.
Yeah, you can ask a question after you tell me what you get out of this talk and what do you think, what's a grit?
Yep. Regarding the talk, I do have a question. So is grit meant to test your, when we say perseverance, is grit meant to test your, internet's unstable, yeah. Is grit supposed to test your, what's it called, how you behave towards a task?
No,
or
really.
Subject?
No.
Or...
It two factor. One is a perseverance. The second is a passion. I will put perseverance I will put a passion in front of perseverance. I don't know. Maybe say vice versa. We'll open a discussion. I have my thoughts as well. But anything else you remember about the grit?
Because when they said passion, I got the idea that they meant that, so if you dislike the task, then you'll try and stay away from it and avoid the subject entirely.
I want to answer.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes. Shayan, see, when I mentioned there are 3 types of goal, top level, mid level, and the low level. The top level goal, once you decide it after periods of testing, it should be same. Mid level and low level can vary. So for example, you want to learn you want to, whatever field you want to choose, but the path that you choose, you can change. Like for example, you don't like an activity, you can just disclose it and move to the other one. But the top level should be same. It should not be compromised. Any activity that you pick should lead to the same result, which is your top level goal, ultimate goal, or what you want to become in your life. So you can play with your mid-level goals. It doesn't matter.
But Nasser, you want to add something to it, or should I conclude this with and then we have another set of questions as well?
No, I just posted something in the chat window,
Just
clarifying on the grid and just searching it up. And then, basically it's just 2 things, passion and perseverance. I guess, with just passion alone is not enough. You might also need to, because when you go into anywhere you encounter difficulties, so it's your perseverance that helps you keep going, and your passion. It's a powerful combination. And then exposing children to different kinds. And I guess I related to my university sophomore year. In the first year, you get to study a lot of different, although I was a computer science graduate, you also get to study mechanical and metallurgy and electronics and engineering drawing and all different mathematics and applied physics, all those different kind of subjects, so that you can try and discover your passion for them. So I guess that's what they incorporate in the universities as well.
Okay. Jazakallah, very nice. And I just want to come up with just a kind of a story to make it more sense to you. Brother Zain tried to give small examples by himself, and how to get the grit in you. One thing we learned that it is very, very important in this century or next 20 years. The reason behind it, before I go further, I just want to share, I took all the notes. They are in the part of under the slide where we talking about the grid part. So all the notes are there, so you don't need to copy and all that thing there. Okay. So what I say to you, what we learned is that it started by the Angela Duckworth. She's you can listen to her TED Talk as well. She has a couple of TED Talk, not very long one, and where she explained why it's important and is still under research. I actually don't like quantify knowledge too much. Means I want to be very simple and tell you my story, and you will get ideas. I will relate it to how it comes to the grade level. My career was very mixed up, and I enjoyed it. I didn't know. I did the book publishing, I did the magazine publishing, wrote in up there. I taught, then trained, and then did a sales job, then did a bit of programming, then did a web development, then I did this and that and that. And when I reached about 42, 43, then I was nowhere. Then I said, look, where I'm going, what's my passion? I didn't know about all these theories though, but I was listening few things, and everybody talking about passion. What's the difference between passion and liking? I want to share that with you. When you like something, you can dislike it later, no problem. But once something becomes your passion, you can't get rid of it. It's within you. It is part of you. Passion is something where the time and space become irrelevant. When you're doing that thing, think about if you have a passion for cricket. You don't care how long you have to travel. You don't care how long you have to wait. You don't care how long the match going. You just keep enjoying it. You don't want to stop it. So I did few tests myself, and it comes to that I want to be a teacher again, only teacher, different kind of teacher. So that was my top level goal. Me and Zain, if you remember, we did a bit of an exercise to know this thing, what I want to do. So then the mid-level goals, how I'm going to approach that? The teachers are everywhere. What kind of teacher? Education is a big. Then I start to know what is missing. So the top level thing we decided, I want to be involved in education and teaching, that's fine. The mid-level goals, I just say, look, what are the paths available? So then I found I'm going to be going with the interactive learning, which is, I'm not going to talk too much about it because itself is a subject and discussion, but it's very powerful. One day we will talk about it in detail, where I took it from, what's the philosophy, how these words came up, passion-driven, interactive, and experiential learning. For me, it's a new thing. I'd never talk about it in that level, but that's what we are testing today as well. It's one of those tests we get. So low-level goals or activities are the one we are doing now. Exactly. So we like doing little session in Notebook Solution, are doing these meetings on a regular basis. Now these things come to perseverance. This is very, very, very important. Why is it very matter to the students? We are living in an era where starting or liking something happens every day. You get something new. In the past, it wasn't possible. For example, because of the communication means and your exposure to the thing, internet wasn't there. If you like something, You find a guru and you stay with him for next 20 years, and perseverance come automatically into it, because you just say, that's all I want to do. Perseverance means you consistently keep doing, does not matter that where you're getting into and how long it's going to take it. You say, that's all I'm going to do. If I enjoy playing cricket, doesn't matter I play for a national team or state team or a local club, because I enjoy it. And if I don't do very well today in a bowling, I'll do next week. I'm not going to give up, because that's what I like it. So that is the phase I get it time to time. I'm not ashamed to claim that some of the weeks I just give up. I say we are not, because I try to quantify the success, which is bad. I quantify, oh, how many people in a meeting, oh, how many people came in a session, oh, how many people, it's been 6 months, we are not achieving anything, nobody knows about it. So these are the things negatively. Then I put this thing back into it, say, look, do I enjoy doing it? Also, we are not making any money out of it. How I'm going to get the club going? We need resources. We need better camera recording. We need this and that, website, all these things. My poster's not ready. I'm not good at the marketing. So all these things attack me negatively to break my perseverance. So what I say, as long as you are on the road towards your top level goal, doesn't matter how fast you're going. As long as you're there, even you not moving forward, but you are on the road, you don't give it up. That is the thing required with our new generation. What happens? They try for 2-3 days and they give up straight away. Oh no, it's hard. I'm done with it. I don't like it anymore. That's okay to try different things, but if you find something which comes on to the level of your passion and you test it, give a good shot and keep going. And as brother said, the top level does not change. Your path can change. If you find that path is not easy, hard, you change different path, but you're going to the same destiny. Okay? And quicker you get it, my own thing is by year 9 and 10, you should have it why I'm saying that year 9 and 10, you should be having a clear about your top level thing. The reason is it's going to take about 10 years to get there. So if you keep changing the top level thing, and after every 2-3 years, you keep changing your degrees. I met a guy in the mid of his medical degree. He said, I want to be a teacher now. So look, all the 4 years he spent, they are not wasted, but kind of his journey will be longer because he need to set a new destiny, new path, new keep going. So like I delayed. Now if I wanted something, I'm already 46, and so my energy level and all this. So that's why I want to give this to you guys. Now the last question, how we can force grit in our children. This is very, very important. I think Zain, he picked it up, that thing. The first thing is you need to do more and more serious PBL based learning, project based learning. You need to take some projects, especially when you get holidays, and every holiday you should get bigger project than last time, or a serious project than last time, on the same lines. Okay, on the same lines. For example, I'm just giving an example. For example, he likes programming. I don't know, but I'm just saying it. So he started with a maybe small, what we call as the scratch program. Next he does the next holidays, or whenever he get a chance, he do the JavaScript. Then he go app development. They're all programming, but he's going forward. That's what happened with these 11 years old. We saw the guy before, I forgot his name. He's the author of the, what he did, he's keep doing one thing from the year 9 onward, just keep doing that thing, and he's becoming good and good and good, and then it's become a passion. And if you have a perseverance behind the passion, you get there. Because passion without perseverance is like a wish. So if you do a more experience, because what happens in the PBL, when you do a project-based thing, obviously what you do do a project with the people, and you do a project for the people. So when people see something, they appreciate what Zain said. People give you encouragement. That encouragement is a fuel for your perseverance. Because then you know, like if I sing and somebody says, oh, you're singing very nice. What's going to do? I'm going to take it seriously. Before that, I was singing as a passion, as a fun. There was nothing. But that encouragement, that reward, that award, whatever you get positive, it's going to fuel your perseverance. You're going to say, oh, okay, I didn't know that. I have many stories of students where I identify passion. I gave them the PBL base, gave them projects, small projects to try that passion, so they realize themselves as well. So this is my suggestion for the Forster, and that's what we're trying to bring to our sessions are getting longer, and this is one of the things, an example of perseverance. Sometime I just, frankly speaking, some days I just come to meeting with no hope, but I'm saying, look, I need to keep going. Doesn't matter how long the journey is. We enjoy the journey as well. Some people make it, if you're not enjoying the journey, then it means you're not following your passion. You are having a temporary goal or a people force, your parents force goal, which you don't, it's not your passion, but you like it because other people are doing it. But if it's a passion, then hard work will not be hard. You enjoy, keep doing it. Sorry, I took a bit long, and I open a question. You can ask any question me as Zain, and we'll happy to answer.
Okay, that was no, really inspirational. Thank you. And there's many things I can identify with myself as well, having tried different things, including sales and other things, and then finally discovering what I really like, and other things.
Brother Nasir, I just want to add one more thing which I just got in my mind. May I say it or?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah,
Keep going.
definitely. Please go ahead. Yes.
So see, as Brother Aras just mentioned, this is one more thing which I learned in the book was to have a growth mindset. So if you try to quantify your success, make sure that you keep your minds, keep a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset says, so for example, if he can do it because he has this, and I cannot do it. He's a talented, he has come back, he has a better body, he's more fitness, he can do it. Now, the moment you say that I have a fixed mindset, or you think that, okay, he's more talented and he can do it, but I cannot, this means that you have stopped all the possibilities of actually getting there, actually pursuing that goal. So during this journey, the growth mindset is the very fundamental principal thing that you need to learn. With every challenge, with every difficulty, problem, you have to make sure that you analyze it and you come up with a better strategy to get to the same top level goal. And that is only possible through a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. And another tip which I would say that, which was mentioned in the book, it's not mine, is that you try to find grittier culture. You try to join people who are grittier, who just want to pursue one single goal and are there for more than 2 to 3 years. This is where you actually learn and absorb from other people. Okay, if we can pursue this for more than 2 to 3 years, why not me? Why not I should go with my goal? So these are the 2 tips which were mentioned in the book on how to be grittier. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. If we move on, I think Shayan was asking if we can have a Kahoot. So maybe we can.
I just want to keep going on that is to Shayan and Shameen. I just want to ask, because what has happened is I didn't decide it. The grit thing just came into, if you see, the topic wasn't even in the list. It just came to our mind, and I didn't know the Zain study the book as well. But I just want to know Shameen and Shayan, because I mean, being my child and we are not many people around, but just wonder, did they get fully this thing in their mind? So what is the thing you're going to change in your attitude towards the learning?
Well, I still need to have a passion that drives me, because I'm still trying to think of a passion that I can be dead set on.
Beautiful. I really appreciate being the honesty, and that's what is you need to keep pursuing different things. And I really appreciate your honesty, because you don't want to force something and say, look, but at the same time you need to know, you need to find it. But if you just say, look, passion is nothing, passion is everything. It's like if you go in an ocean and you need to find a pearl which is in a depth. There are many pearls. There are many pearls in them, but they are in the bottom of the ocean. So if you keep wandering around, you only get crabs and the ocean weed. You won't get the pearls. What for that? You need to keep going down. Sometimes you slow down. Sometimes you just tired and you take a break. That's fine. But you keep going in that direction until you don't hit the pearl. And then you set the example for others that the pearls are in the ocean. It's not a myth. It's a reality. To you, Shamin.
What I think I need to change is, even though I don't find the activity or task interesting, I still need to try it and just see if it's interesting or not. And then maybe it might be interesting and I might learn something in the end.
Excellent. Because sometimes your things there as well, which you don't know, they are just sometimes they are the equipment for your journey. Sometimes you go and buy new car and think because you need a journey, and you think buying a car is my passion. No, it's required to do your journey. So you learn those things. That's what Shamin said, that you want to write a book, but you are to improve a vocabulary, practice writing skills. They required into that part. So that's fine as well, as long as your focus is there. The last thing I want to conclude with it, just in 1 more minute, is the holidays is the best example where you can say, look, I really like it. I never get a chance to go deep into it. So then you come to us, say, look, I got a holiday. What should I try as a PBL, project-based learning, to know that it is my passion or not. So for that, you should do something decent enough to try, rather than keep learning. At the end, you need to see which you tried yourself independently. It can be an article, it can be a little app, it can be a movie, or it can be a video, whatever you produce. So if you have anything for the summer holidays, talk to us, and we can design something as per your previous experience. Thank you very much. We conclude here.